Jean-Claude Van Damme, Dennis Rodman, Double Team.
I didn't say the fight scenes was dope.
I did not say pretty that. Good. I mean,
no, man, this was an F. This was an F. There was nothing good about it.
Welcome to the Third Generation Wrestling Podcast with your hosts Eric and Rob.
Welcome back, everybody. Third Generation Wrestling Podcast. Here to talk about a movie, another movie review, special movie review this time around. I'm your host, the Real Biggie. My co-host, Rob, the Ambassador. How's it going, man? How you feeling?
It's going good, man. I'm feeling all right on this Tuesday evening. Feeling pretty good.
Cool, man. And then we were joined by the Doc. Doc's in the building. Put your kids away. Please do.
How you guys doing? I'm happy to be here.
I know that this is probably, Rob's gonna get me back one of these days. Watching all these bad movies, but I keep telling him, I said, man, these bad movies are gold. They are absolute gold. And I know people wondering, how in the hell did you come up with this one? Well, this one came out 1997. It was a movie that I'd never seen before. And I was a huge Bulls fan in the 90s. He was winning them chips. And of all people, Dennis Rodman got a somewhat of a leading role in the film along with Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Double Team.
And you could call this an action movie. You could call this a live action cartoon, or you could call this a damn porno. But
you can call it other things too.
We'll get there. I know you wanna go off, but let's hold it in as long as you can. This movie, like I said, stars Jean-Claude Van Damme, Dennis Rodman, and Mickey Rourke. And you wouldn't know anybody else from this movie. There's just no other recognizable faces. This is my first time watching. You caught one?
I did catch one.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't recognize anybody besides those three. First time watching. So, I used to see this movie all the time at the video store on VHS back in the day. Don't know why. I just never grabbed it because I was a Van Damme fan. I had seen, obviously, all his old movies from Kickboxer to Street Fighter to Universal Soldier, all those. So I don't know why I just never, until now, picked up this movie. I know, Rob, you said you had never seen this before, right?
No, I enjoyed some of Van Damme's earlier flicks. This is one of his later ones. By the time this one came out, I was all Van Dammed out.
Yeah, I seen it like when it first came out, but it wasn't one of those continue to watch. I saw it, I think, twice, and this is my third time.
Oh, okay.
Huge Dennis Rodman fan.
Huh?
Huge Dennis Rodman fan.
Oh, yeah. Well, he was, we'll get to it because there are, as you all heard, a plethora of basketball puns in this movie, and you would think he was a basketball player, and he's not. I don't know where you got to kind of acknowledge the fact that he is who he is, but they don't just acknowledge it. They take a fucking club and beat the shit out of you with the fact that this is Dennis Rodman, this is basketball, he played basketball. Like, if you didn't get it, here's a visual. He plays basketball.
Well, shit, the title of the movie, Double Team.
Double Team. Yeah. Yep. Oh, man. All right. Well, pretty much, if we're just gonna give this or talk about the plot, if you want to call it that, it's pretty much Van Damme is a special agent for the CIA, and you got him and Stavros, played by Mickey Rourke, who's a terrorist. We don't know what he's done. He's just a terrorist. I guess he hijacked plutonium in the beginning. Other than that, I don't know. We don't know anything else about him. We never find out anything else about him. And it's just pretty much Van Damme trying to catch a terrorist the whole time. And we got Dennis Rodman, who plays a weapons dealer, an arms dealer, a very unique arms dealer, to say the least. And the two team up to take down Stavros. And that's pretty much it. It is as 90s action flick as you can get. So I had to watch the beginning of this movie 3 times to understand what the was going on, because all I saw was Van Damme get in a military vehicle and tear shit up. For 2 minutes as the credits were rolling. I'm like, what was the point of this? Because he just drives off and then we cut to 3 years later. So I had to go back and watch this shit 2 more times to finally get it.
Did you get it?
Yeah. And that's what I mean. Like Stavros, I guess that truck had plutonium on it, but they made sure they said it was like non-lethal plutonium, which that doesn't make any fucking sense either. But okay. I'm gonna start with the good because it ain't that much. Just being honest. I mean, this is a bad movie review. We acknowledge the fact that this movie is not good. But it is fun. I mean, if you ever want to get drunk and watch something that is fun, that this is it. And just let loose, turn your brain off. I like I said, I grew up a Van Damme fan. I love seeing his fighting style. You know, it's kind of old school, but they didn't have to throw in the was it Batman, old school Batman whips when every time he's whipping his leg around and stuff. All they were missing was the bubble boxes with the bam, pow. And then, man, Mickey Rourke, dude got in ridiculous shape. The only time I ever seen him look like that was maybe The Wrestler and maybe Sin City. But he was in damn good shape in this movie.
Well, the movie was only 93 minutes long, and that included the credits. So without the credits,
short.
More like 88. So it was short, and it was on Netflix, so I didn't have to pay to watch it. It was included with my subscription to Netflix. So
hysterical.
Now, as far as like the movie itself, good. Look, I like action flicks. It wasn't action flicks. There were some explosions. I like martial arts. I didn't feel like this had the best martial arts in it. Look, I'm an Arnold Schwarzenegger fan. I like some corny one-liners, and this movie had some of that, but it just didn't have any of it nearly as effectively as other movies I've seen in this genre.
Rob, it was action-packed. It had its moments. It was action-packed.
Okay. That's what you got, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Hey, I get it, Doc. It was hard to think of some good. It was hard to think of the good, right?
Oh, shucks.
Oh, shit. All right, so let's just get to the real and let's just break down this movie. Brought to you by the good people at the Coca-Cola. This is the first red flag for me. His wife's pregnant, probably a good 6 months, 7 months. And they jump in the pool and they mess around like couples do. And she's, Jack, the baby, we want it, right? No, bitch, you 6 months pregnant already. What the fuck are we finna do?
Yeah, like what if he'd have said no? What would have happened?
She probably say, roundhouse me in the stomach. I don't know. It's drown me.
No, you know what?
It's a little late at that point.
You see them steps over there? Why don't you take a tumble? No. we kind of here already.
Right.
Jesus Christ, man.
That's hilarious.
And then obviously, I mean, the dubbing and the dialogue in this movie is god awful. The CIA agent that comes to see him and coerce him into coming back, because that was the whole point of the first mission as the movie started. He could retire.
Right.
But Stavros is back, and we gotta catch Stavros. That's the whole point, right? So, what?
No, he's like, you want him.
Yeah, but the dubbing was it wasn't even dubbing. Like the guy's mouth was moving, but he sounded like a robot. So the Van Damme teams up with this militia, and they go they try to capture. They gotta capture Stavros because they can't kill him. They need him alive. And where they go? To an amusement park. Okay. And Stavros is there. He's taking the day off from crime. He wants to take a break and spend time with his family. Spend time with his son. All right. And question: have y'all ever gone to an amusement park, Six Flags, anything, and
I know what you're about to say.
Seen a fucking tiger just sitting in the middle of the park?
You know, the amusement park is a damn tiger.
Why is there a tiger in the middle of the fucking amusement park?
No other animals. It's a damn tiger.
There is no petting zoo. And even if there was a petting zoo, it wouldn't have a tiger.
Right.
That's hilarious.
Shit. And that tiger snitched on him, by the way, because he saw Van Damme and the chick posted up, and Mickey and Stavros looked at the tiger, and the tiger's like, ready to move in. That's when she kicked off, and they start shooting, and they're shooting, and all going back and forth. Stavros's wife gets killed by this tiger, quote unquote. I mean, you saw that claw come in or whatever. He saves his son temporarily, but eventually his son gets it too, which is awful. I mean, nobody wants to see that. But my thing is, all these bullets flying, shit blowing up, and what are the civilians in the general public doing? They still walking around, riding the rides, eating popcorn, cotton candy and shit. Like, ain't shit going on. Well, they ain't shooting at me. So,
They didn't hear the gunfire and the screaming.
Fucking ridiculous. And then, okay, we go down the street, and there's a hospital down the street, I guess. And Stavros goes in this hospital. And I don't know about y'all, but in an action movie, I've never seen so much glass get broken and nobody's cut or nothing. Because he hits the security guard. The security guard goes through the glass. And then what was the point of him punching and kicking the glass? I don't understand. It must have got good to him. Like, man, that look good, man. Let me get some of that shit.
He was angry. It was like what was that? Manchester Society when he came in swinging wild. Maybe it was one of them.
I don't know, man. But okay, so him and Van Damme had this huge fight, and at the end of the day, Van Damme gets his whole back blown up, and
you're not gonna mention the baby.
Oh, yeah, well, the reason why he got blown up because Stavros threw a grenade. He was trying to save the baby, and I feel bad. I actually feel more bad for the guy that was laying dead in the elevator. Can you imagine he wake up and oh shit, it just gets blown up. Oh man. So, all right, we gotta talk about Dennis Rodman real quick. Because he plays the arms dealer, and we meet him. I guess this is a tattoo shop, right?
Yeah, something like yeah.
I've never been to it. I got tattoos, but I don't remember people swimming in fish tanks and
No, it was a
certain.
club.
If you look at the sign, it says tattoo. It says Yaz Tattoo City, something like that.
I got the impression that was kind of a front. There was more well, obviously there was more going on there than just tattoos, but
Right.
yeah, I think it was more than a tattoo parlor.
Yeah, obviously, because there's a lot of
Yeah. There's some traffic going on in there.
Careful.
yeah.
Careful.
I'm trying to find the words, but
Careful.
I didn't do it. Okay, I'm just describing what they did. Okay, there's a lot of transsexuals going on in this damn club. Okay, Dennis Rodman, that's how he dressed. Let's just leave it at that. It's crazy though, because you look at all the guns and shit he got in there, and it's like it's legit. But do we need to have all the RuPaulness about? There's no other way for me to say it. I mean, it's just there. There's just no other way to put it. He's like, what did Van Damme say? It's like it's Christmas in here. He's like, well,
That's workshop. Who's that? Rudolph?
I may not have reindeer, but I do have the best elves in the business.
Christmas shopping for bad boys? Huh?
I don't play with the bad boys anymore. Only the good guys, baby.
It's Dennis, man.
Let's go to the island. Let's get to the island. I'm not talking about the Michael Bay movie.
Good movie.
That is a good movie. That's actually one of Michael Bay's best movies.
It's underrated though. Not a lot of people know about it.
And I wonder if he took some of those ideas from this. But anyway, get to this island and it's full of terrorists and other agents that have been dead or killed or whatever, but they've been hiding on this island. The think tank is what it is. And it's just a way for different governments to use the intel that these men have, and it's a way for them to stay alive, not necessarily be locked up, because it's a nice luxurious island, but they have to check in with the fingerprints, and you got to stay here. You can't leave. You got to stay here, and you have to, when we need you, you got to be on call and have to give your input. Okay, cool. All makes sense. I don't know why we got so many montages of Van Damme training in his room, doing all types of weird poses, yoga poses. We all know he's flexible. The man is known for doing the splits. That's what he's known for. Okay, this is not shocking. Just want to know, if they're watching them so closely, why didn't anybody see him training and cutting his fingerprint off his finger? Or did any point in time did anybody think about him working out and I don't know, maybe they all were just kinky on this island, and Van Damme he's been on this island for what, 4 months? So 4 months he had all that built up in him, and he decided, you know what, I'm not gonna mess with none of them, but I'm gonna fuck the shit out of this tub.
Not fuck the tub.
He was giving that tub the business, boy. I mean, all of it. I mean, all the facials, the thrusting is all in there. And
I think he was lifting the tub, trying to get a workout in.
He was fucking that tub, man.
Who fucked the tub? He wasn't fucking the tub. He was working out.
Okay.
See, the impression I got is that when they tried to get Stavros and that went awry, what I heard them say is that they had told everybody that Jack was dead, and he was on this island, and he could either die or choose to live, but he would just have to do whatever the bidding was. And he was just working out and everything because he had planned to escape. Remember, he asked him, he said, has anybody ever escaped from here? And they said, well, one guy tried to. It was before we got the lasers. It didn't go well. So his whole thing is he's trying to escape. He doesn't want to have to stay here. He wants to get back to his wife and his kid.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I don't think he was fucking the tub.
Okay, yeah, but just just hear me out, okay? If I go over somebody's house and this movie's on and that's the scene that's on, what am I thinking is happening? Okay.
So Steve, you thought that's what he was doing?
Do it.
I didn't know what he was doing, Rob. I just was like,
Man, the tub was full of water, and I thought he was like, because obviously he didn't have weights. I thought he was lifting the tub, trying to get some squats in or something.
he didn't want to get sick. I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of people get their squats in when they in the act. Okay.
But a tub, though, that porcelain, that would hurt, man. I mean, come on.
Look,
That's
man,
porcelain.
They even had him getting like. I mean, it was.
I mean, it's pipes and it's porcelain.
If that camera was any lower, we would have had a money shot.
Not from a tub, man. A tub.
Now you make me want to go back and see. Like, was he humping the tub?
You don't need to go back and see it. Trust me, it's there.
I'm gonna say that's not what was happening, but okay.
He was working out. I this man doing the tub is yeah, that's not. That's different.
But
like what, Big E? You saying like the drain? Like he was getting it in the drain?
I'm not breaking it down. I'm just looking at what I saw from the waist up. That man looked like he was getting it in. But to what you're saying with the whole escape, that was the most convoluted way to escape any that I've seen in any movie ever. I've never seen like all this shit he had to do with the cigarette, cutting off his fingerprint, to escaping lasers, to jumping on cargo, and then can't nobody on this plane fight. All y'all on this. It's one guy. It's 4 of y'all. Can't none of y'all beat him. And then he was even nice enough to say, "Hey, by the way, do you have a parachute? You good? Okay, all right."
He didn't want anybody to die.
Yeah. Okay. Well. All right. So he escapes, and then his what do they call it? His sponsor was right. That's what it was, a sponsor. Like somebody's always got to keep tabs on
Guardian.
Yeah, his guardian.
His guardian.
So he found out it was the one guy that he knew, and so he had to, and it was his job. If you escape, well, I got to kill you. So that was kind of the run
guy
thing.
I recognize. This is the guy whose other face I recognize.
Oh, so what else was he in?
His name is Paul Freeman, and he was in one of my favorite movies of all time, Raiders of the Lost Ark. He played a character called Belloc. Yeah. It took me a while because I hadn't seen him in a long time. He looked different because these movies are almost 20 years apart. Right. But that's who he is.
Oh, okay.
Well, that's nuts because I just tried to watch all the Indiana Joneses over the weekend. I got to what Lost Ark?
Temple of Doom.
That one. That was the first one, right?
That's the second one.
I got to that and I was like, okay, I'm gonna finish the rest of them, but I love freaking Indiana Jones.
Well, you know what, man? I'm gonna warn you about Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Essentially, he's saying skip it.
Well,
I was just about to say,
I'm not gonna tell you this. Well, look, man, I'm just gonna say it's the worst of the series, and I'll leave it there.
Yeah,
watch it if you want to, but it's the worst one of the series by far.
Yeah. I didn't hear anything good. Nah, I've never heard anybody talk good about that movie. Much like this one. So, we meet back up with Yaz, and Yaz is getting, I guess he's in a I can't even say better. I don't know. His outfit is his outfits in this movie. Dennis Rodman didn't need a costume designer because this is just how he dressed on a regular damn day, But this is one of my favorite lines from the movie. He's trying to get Dennis to help him. He's going to pay him later for the weapons and everything. I don't know. When I look at you, I see nothing but trouble.
What the hell? I kind of like trouble.
Yeah. It's funny, man. I got the impression that this movie was really a vehicle for Dennis. That they put Van Damme in it because he's box office, even though it was near the end of his box office run. But I felt like this was really a vehicle for Dennis.
But he can't deliver these lines for shit. I mean, it's like he almost gets there, and then right at the end of the sentence when he has to deliver it, he just pulls back. I don't know.
Falls off the table.
Yeah. But I did. Here we go. Let's get back to these basketball puns here, because this is the biggest one of the whole fucking movie. I couldn't believe this shit. I was like, y'all got to be bullshitting. Y'all did not do this. How do you got some goddamn nerve to do this, even in 1997? So they got to do an airdrop, and of course they need, jump out of a plane. What do you need? A parachute. Dennis Rodman has a new invention. A parachute. It turns into a damn basketball.
Now that's what I call hang time.
I was like, no, you fucking didn't. Just again, that club. Bam! Bam! You didn't get it? He's a basketball player.
Oh man.
There's more puns. I'm gonna get to them in a minute. The movie is kind of all over the damn place. Him and Dennis. I mean, I guess his not what do you call him, guardian. They set up the whole house for him to fall for a trap, and that didn't go as planned. And Yaz is there. At the end of the day, Yaz is like a lot of movies. I want my money, so I'm gonna make sure you stay alive, so I get my money. And then at the end of the day, Jack shows him the real reason he's doing what he's doing is for his son. And it's like, oh, why didn't you tell me? Like, what do you mean, why didn't I tell you? Because why would I tell you? Why would I tell you it's about my son? All you want is money. All of a sudden, the money just went away. They don't explain why Dennis came to this epiphany of and this doing this good heart gesture. Oh, I'll risk my life to save your son. I don't know you from a can of paint, or your son, or your wife, but yeah, let's do it. Okay. The part where Dennis is fighting the dude in the cab, and one arm throws him through a bus.
He's up. He's in. I'll have to call it a 5-pointer.
That's not enough. Oh man, we'll call that a 5-pointer.
Yeah, these basketball puns were really getting old.
It's time to get out the bench. The best defense is a strong offense.
Jesus, I get it. I get it.
Oh shoot.
All right, let's just get to the climax, which makes no goddamn sense whatsoever. You got Stavros, who's apparently rented out the Roman Coliseum, which you can't do. He's got mines with crosses. And oh, by the way, this national known criminal, this guy that's got to travel and get around incognito. Remember that tiger that was at the amusement park? Yeah, he got the fucking tiger with him too. So how did you travel with this thing?
So I can save him, man. It's his best friend.
He's got Van Damme's baby there.
And Van Damme's baby. Okay. That just sets the stage. Okay, so the crosses are where the landmines are. And like Rob just said, Van Damme's baby's there because Stavros is pissed off that his son had to die. So an eye for an eye, right? Okay, cool. They're getting ready to fight. And here comes Yaz on a dirt bike, jumping through the whole stadium, grabs the baby in the basket, and is just riding around this dirt bike through a fucking landmine field and slinging the baby around like it ain't shit. Like there ain't nothing in the basket. Like, man, this baby
I mean, you
dead.
forgot to mention that the tiger damn near ate the baby.
Well, the tiger is he did. We're gonna get to the tiger because the tiger's mad as hell. And the thing didn't make sense to me why you brought the tiger back, because the tiger killed your wife. Maybe nobody told you that, but okay.
I was just about to say that. Maybe he didn't know the tiger killed his wife.
And I guess it's just a 90s trope. You just, if it's the final fight, shirts aren't allowed unless you're Van Damme, I guess. Stavros ain't got no shirt on. Mickey Rourke was like, look, goddammit, I done did all this working out. I ain't wearing no shirt. And
he was oiled up and everything.
Yeah. and Rodman, I don't know why he took his jacket off. He beat the dude up and just was like, oh, well, you know.
Since everybody else taking theirs off.
Yeah.
Oh shoot.
And I guess because, you know, so Van Damme, and I mean, it's a decent fight between him and Stavros. Even at the beginning, that fight was decent too.
Fight was decent.
And then, you know, Yaz dumbass steps on a mine, but because he's an arms dealer, he knows how to disable it and get off. Okay, I'll buy that. You set it up early in the movie. He's an arms dealer. He creates weapons. He creates ridiculous parachutes. Fine. What I can't buy is these two fighting in a landmine field, and all of a sudden, we're supposed to believe that this 6'8" dude just in the background, moving crosses.
I moved a couple of your crosses. Sorry.
Yes! Behind you!
Oh,
Here comes the tiger. Now, why this movie's rated R? Why didn't he curse? I mean, he was right there, and the tiger's coming. He just says, "Oh shh,"
Right,
and run. Like, just say it. We already here. Yeah, Mickey Rourke kind of goes out like a bitch, crying, and then the tiger, because the tiger's gonna jump on him. Let me hold on. Get behind this, because apparently this can save your life.
yeah. Yeah.
The mine explodes, and what is blocking the flaming napalm fire but a Coca-Cola vending machine? And you see these flames going across. That baby's cooked. These guys are burnt to a fucking crisp. But oh no, old Coke, here to save the day.
Coke to the rescue.
Trying to finish the job, even though he saved Van Damme's kid. But yeah, he's got one more trick up his sleeve. A smoke bomb quarter, drops it, allows Jack to get away, and we end the movie with Rodman saying, "Oh yeah, they're gonna blame this one on me. I wonder how much this fine is gonna be." Okay, well, double team. Yep, double team.
Can we go back to a scene? I want to know what y'all thought of this. There was a fight scene involving Jean-Claude Van Damme and a guy. They were in a room. The guy takes off his shoes, places knives in his feet or in between his toes.
Yeah.
Why? I mean, isn't it? I don't care how talented you are. Isn't it just easier to stab somebody with the knife in your hands?
Kung Fu grip, baby. Kung Fu grip.
I mean, come on. That was just ridiculous. They probably thought that was innovative and cool. That was just dumb.
I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, I mean, yeah, I think I don't care how ambidextrous or how flexible you are. This is always going to be stronger than anything, you know. I mean, you're talking about kicks in like a fight, then maybe, but you're talking about actually holding a utensil to stab somebody. Like, no, that didn't make any damn sense.
I mean, because I've seen movies where the knives are in the shoes, but he took off his shoes and was holding the knives in his toes.
I don't know.
Yeah, man, just dumb.
Yeah.
Like the rest of this movie, though.
They tried.
I don't know that they
What
did
tried?
it.
To
They
make a
tried
good
to
movie?
look.
They tried to get Rodman to start.
The greatest effort, the A for effort in this movie goes to Coca-Cola because they made sure. And by the way, I looked this up. This was the first time they had real product placement in a movie, so they didn't know how to behave. Okay, they were just like, here you go. Make sure you understand that we help pay for this shit because I guess they thought this was gonna blow up because Dennis Rodman was on the Bulls and the Bulls were winning all kind of championships. But no, now I will say, like I said, I did still have a good time. This movie is terrible. It is bad. Dennis Rodman swept the Razzies. Every category he won, which means you technically lost. But yeah, I don't think he did a movie again after this, unless y'all know something I don't. But as far as I know, this is it.
No.
This was it. But I will, it's not wrestling, so I'm gonna give it a grade. I'll give it a D. I don't think it quite was an F because I did find entertainment and it did crack me up some of the shit that happened in this movie. I'll never get over a fucking basketball parachute and seeing Van Damme and the tub scene.
I have to go back now. Like
I don't know how you could possibly miss that because it was.
I thought he was working out, but when you said it, I'm like, well, maybe
because they zoom in on his face and his body, so you don't see anything else.
So that's like I said,
for interpretation.
He was working out. Yeah, maybe it's open to interpretation. I thought he had water in the tub. I thought he was just lifting it for weight, trying to work out.
Working out all right. Hey, damn sure working out. Doc?
He said he was doing pelvic thrusts. I feel you, E. I give it a D plus. I like the action. The action was like the fight scenes, like Rob said, the fight scenes was dope.
I didn't say the fight scenes was dope.
I did not say pretty that. Good. I mean,
no, man. No, this was an F. There was nothing good about it. I'd seen way better fight scenes. I don't know if the comedy was intentional or not. The puns were just way over the top, like you said, Big E, beating you over the head with it. This movie just, man, had nothing going for it unless you're a big Dennis Rodman fan. I mean, look, Van Damme, it ain't like he made Oscar-winning films just even in his heyday. This is at the end of his career. So, like I said, it's basically a vehicle for Dennis, and Dennis couldn't act, couldn't deliver those terrible puns. He dressed funny, had funny colored hair. He was Dennis Rodman, and the Coke placement, the tiger, just being such a central part of the movie. Why, man? I mean, crosses for landmines? Who thinks of this shit? Man, no. This is the first and only time I have ever watched this film. This was an F.
Man.
No doubt.
Oh, man.
That's tough.
All right, Book. I know you're in the background. You're here, so I gotta know. I think I know. But,
I already think I know too, right?
But it's only right. So just go ahead.
Okay. All right. Look, I love Dennis Rodman. I'm a Bulls fan, but this was fucking shit. I mean, come on. That movie was horrible. Yeah. It was terrible. And unfortunately, I'm sorry, but Dennis Rodman did act again. I think you forgot Simon Says.
Oh, yeah.
I never heard of it.
I remember that.
It's actually worse.
I do remember that.
He's the star of this. He plays Simon Says.
Wow.
That's the movie. And he was in BAP. I don't know if you remember BAPS, but Dennis was in that.
I didn't know
Dennis is in that.
That's a terrible movie, man. Halle Berry wearing gold grills. Oh, man, that was terrible.
He was in BAPS.
Wow.
He was in BAPS.
Okay.
Back then, I gave a damn, so I followed Dennis, and yeah, it was a bunch of shit.
All right, Book. I got to know the tub scene. What's your verdict?
Oh, he was fucking it.
Thank you.
He was fucking it. He was totally fucking it. Totally.
Oh,
That's what I thought
man.
back then. He was fucking it.
Come on.
Maybe that's not what they thought they were doing with it. And maybe that wasn't the original plan, but that's how it looked.
Yeah.
He wore that tub out, huh?
Get that tub.
He was getting busy with the tub. He was clogging it.
Was.
He was clogging it.
Oh man. Well, I appreciate you, gentlemen, for especially Rob for watching this movie. I know Rob, you're gonna get me back eventually. We will definitely have more of these reviews. They'll be more spread out, but we will do more. Thank you all for watching. Check us out on all your favorite podcast platforms: Google, Apple, iHeartRadio, Amazon, all the good stuff. And always keep checking YouTube because there's always content going up. Trying to lab videos, reaction videos, trailer reactions. So all types of stuff. Rob, I know you're ready to go, so take us home.
Listeners, I know you probably don't feel like it after tonight, but we do love and appreciate y'all. Sorry to make you listen to reviews about these terrible movies, but it is funny. Get your vaccinations. We got a new variant out there. It's more contagious. Numbers here in Iowa are spiking again, folks. Please get vaccinated. It's the only way we crush this thing. Be safe.
All right. Take care, everybody, and we'll catch you all in the next one.
Yes.